The chapter opens with a cinematic shot of our group navigating through the dense, moonlit forest. The atmosphere is thick with tension as they move toward their destination. But how are you going to stop them? A comrade questions the strategy. Simply looting caravans isn't enough when this tea has already taken the central region by storm. The captain agrees. You can't stop the demand, so you have to destroy the supply. He decides to skip the small fry and smash the problem head-on. With a confident look, he reveals the name of their target, the Beehive. This is the heart of the entire operation they're about to dismantle. If you can't dig out what's hidden, you lure it out. The captain reveals his master plan. He used himself as bait to force the count to show his cards. Vlad stays sharp, asking about the big players. Did the count actually reach out to the legendary dragon killer knights for backup? It's confirmed. The count went straight to Dragulia, bypassing all imperial procedures. Does House Vitskaya really hold that much influence, or is there something darker at play? The captain catches on to Vlad's curiosity. Why did you ask about them? He probes. But Vlad keeps his thoughts guarded, giving a simple "it's nothing" in return. Then comes the chilling warning. Don't try to dig too deep in this world. Sometimes the price of knowledge is your very life. The heavy atmosphere is broken as they finally spot it. It's over there. They've reached their goal, and the real action is about to begin. Vlad gives a subtle, confident smirk. Yeah, that's it, he says. You can see that hunter's gleam in his eyes. He knows they've cornered their prey. We found it. The Beehive finally reveals itself, a massive wooden structure hidden deep within the glowing, mystical woods. Star-Embracing Swordmaster Chapter 111. Let's dive into the heart of the mystery. Suddenly, the scene shifts. We're taken away from the dark woods into a sun-drenched library, filled with ancient books and a peaceful atmosphere. Enter the Holy Maiden. The stunning elf with snow-white hair and piercing gold eyes addresses someone as brother. The man at the desk, another elf, responds with formal respect. Yes, Holy Maiden. But there's a clear sense of duty in his posture. Look at that pout. She clearly isn't a fan of the formal titles. The chemistry between these two is already getting interesting. She's not having it. Dropping all formality, she sits right on his desk. Are you really going to call me Holy Maiden even when it's just the two of us? A rare, soft smile breaks across his face. It's a classic sibling dynamic. He's definitely teasing her by staying so professional. She turns away, annoyed but clearly fond of him. This brief moment of levity is a huge contrast to the tension Vlad is facing. When you go, take this with you as well. The Holy Maiden presents a lush basket of fruit, adding a moment of warmth to their conversation. Varatus is visibly confused. He looks at the basket and blinks, asking where his cool, composed aura is slipping just a little bit. She looks away with a casual shrug. He looked like he was hungry. It's clear she has someone specific in mind. Even if she won't say who, the confusion deepens. Who? Varatus asks. He's starting to realize his sister might be paying attention to someone he didn't expect. Knock, knock, knock. The sibling banter is suddenly cut short as a voice calls from behind the door. Lord Varatus. An elven guard enters with urgent news. They've spotted humans loitering right at the forest boundary, a clear breach of their territory. Varatus doesn't hesitate. His expression turns cold and authoritative as he gives the order, drive them out. But there's a twist. The guard hesitates before adding, about that. The intruders are looking for you, Lord Varatus. More precisely, they claim they were invited by you. Varatus is stunned. He definitely doesn't remember inviting any humans into their sacred woods. The name drops like a bombshell. Vlad of Sora. Look at Varatus's face. That's the look of someone who definitely knows that name, and he's not taking it lightly. Even the Holy Maiden is taken aback. A soft "ah" escapes her lips. It seems Vlad's reputation precedes him even in the heart of the sacred elven forest. Varatus is stunned, but not for the reason you'd expect. Did he say he was hungry? Talk about an unconventional entrance for a legendary figure. Even the guard is speechless. Pardon. I mean, how do you even respond to an intruder asking for a snack instead of starting a fight? And here is the evidence, a close-up of Vlad's stomach doing the talking. His hunger is clearly as real as his swordsmanship. Here they are, sitting in the dust. The captain looks absolutely dumb with Vlad's antics. Are you seriously hungry at a time like this? Locked behind bars, the elves are losing their patience. You said you were invited. Safe to say. The welcome party didn't exactly go as planned. The companion is fuming about the unprovoked arrows. But Vlad, he's cool as a cucumber. Well, it didn't hit us, he says. His logic is as sharp as his blade, even if his timing is questionable. The captain reminds Vlad he still hasn't repaid the price of his life. Vlad's response. But I got you in, didn't I? Technically true. But definitely not the way the captain envisioned it. The captain's final verdict on Vlad's behavior is the North always the shameless. You can practically feel the headache he's getting from dealing with our protagonist. Vlad is visibly frustrated. If they were going to do this, why even invite me in the first place? He wonders. The warm welcome he expected turned out to be a trap. A close-up on Vlad's sharp blue eyes. You can see the gears turning. He's realized there's a much deeper reason for this hostility. In the shadows, the elven archers are ready for a fight. Varadas admits the truth. They're kind of on edge. This isn't just about Vlad. Something is haunting these woods. Clang. The sound of the wooden bars reinforces the reality of their situation. They aren't guests anymore, they're prisoners. Varadas finally makes his grand entrance. Vlad of Sora. Welcome to our forest. Talk about a cold greeting from the Elven Lord himself. Vlad isn't one to take an insult lying down. Looks like elves do their welcoming from a jail cell. He retorts with a heavy dose of sarcasm. Varadas maintains his composure, offering the fruit basket from earlier as a peace offering. I'm sorry this happened. Please at least have this. Vlad cuts straight to the point. You're not letting us out. Varadas asks for patience, claiming there are official procedures they must follow first. Varadas looks weary as he explains the atmosphere in the forest. These days, everyone's on edge. Something big is clearly bothering the elven community. Vlad's intuition is spot on. He looks Varadas in the eye and asks, it's not because of us, is it? He knows there's a bigger threat lurking in the background. Vlad stands face to face with a high-ranking elf. The elf immediately senses Vlad's intense caution, noting how he remains wary of his surroundings. A close-up on the elf's gaze reveals his inner thoughts. He recognizes Vlad as a man who has already captured the attention of the World Tree's holy maiden. As Vlad stands enveloped in a divine aura, the elf wonders if his arrival at this exact moment is more than just a mere coincidence. With a solemn expression, the elf confirms the gravity of the situation with a quiet, yes. The tension peaks instantly. A chilling warning echoes through the air. A dragon is coming. The young World Tree is about to bloom, and the sharpest of dragons has always coveted its immense potential. The battle for the forest is about to begin. Standing by the torchlight at the wooden gates, the elf apologizes for receiving Vlad during such a chaotic and dangerous time. Vlad doesn't hesitate to offer his help, even though he's an outsider. The elf deeply appreciates the gesture during their darkest hour. A bitter elven truth is revealed. Traditionally, they believe human souls are shallow, and their words are rotten beans that can never be trusted. But Vlad is different. The spirits surrounding him are speaking a different truth, testifying to a pure soul that even the elves cannot ignore. The spirits have spoken. They testify that Vlad is not just a human, but a protector. This divine recognition proves his soul is pure and powerful. The scene shifts to a lavish elven study, filled with sunlight and ancient greenery. The Elven Elder is caught off guard. He can barely hold his teacup as he trembles, asking, "Why are you here?" A noble knight from the Dragon Killer Order enters with an overwhelming presence. He coldly replies, "Didn't you request that I come?" The elder is in disbelief. A knight of this caliber, someone even a duke would struggle to summon, actually came personally. Something big is happening. The knight's gaze is like ice. The power dynamic here is clear. The Elven Elder is completely outmatched by this human's authority. Flustered and shaking, the elder quickly clears the way, stuttering, Welcome. This way, please." The knight takes his seat with effortless grace, his posture alone radiating the confidence of a man who fears no dragon. Trying to regain his composure, the elder humbly offers, "Would you like at least a cup of tea?" But the offer is shut down instantly. "Elf tea doesn't suit my taste," he says. "This man isn't here for hospitality. He's here for business." The Elven Elder is practically groveling now. He apologizes profusely, admitting that their humble hospitality is far beneath a man of such high standing. Desperate to please his guest, the elder barks orders for the finest black tea, sourced directly from the southern archipelago. But the knight isn't here for pleasantries. He shuts down the offer instantly. Sensing the cold shoulder, the elder nervously suggests wine instead. The knight cuts to the chase. He demands to know if the production of Absalon is on track and mentions a troubling report about an unknown attacker. The elder tries to play it cool, assuring the knight that the issue has been resolved and production is proceeding without a hitch. The knight is skeptical. Without any issues, he asks. He's heard rumors of a fighter so skilled that even the local knights couldn't take him down alone. The elder admits the truth but claims they were saved by a stroke of luck, thanks to the intervention of an outsider. When the elder reveals the helper was a knight from the north, the noble guest's interest is finally piqued. The north, he muses. Then comes the name that changes everything. Yes, someone called Vlad. Look at the knight's expression. This name clearly rings a bell. The elder scoffs, calling Vlad a dog abandoned by Bayezid. But even he can't deny it, the brat has some serious skills. The Elven Elder continues his mockery, labeling Vlad a northerner with awful manners who spoke without knowing his place. He goes further, insulting Vlad's very lineage, calling it lowly barbarian blood that inevitably shows its true, inferior nature. But the knight's tone shifts to something far more dangerous. He asked a chilling question. Did he truly look that way to you? The knight leans in, his voice dropping as he speaks of blood that shows no matter where you look. A close-up reveals his piercing gaze as he challenges the elder's claim of recognizing Vlad's lowly lineage. Suddenly, an overwhelming aura erupts from the knight. The elder is physically crushed by the sheer weight of this divine pressure, with a giant dragon's eye glowing behind him. The knight delivers the final blow. Did it really look lowly to you?